What comes to mind when you hear the words Meals on Wheels? Yes, we provide home-delivered meals and transportation for doctor's appointments, shopping, and trips to Meals on Wheels neighborhood dining centers throughout Seminole County. Meals on Wheels provides a number of vital services. Now, take a few minutes and meet your neighbors, those who help and those in need.
I love being a volunteer for Meals on Wheels. The best thing about it is I deliver every Monday morning, and I am guaranteed every single Monday morning that I am greeted with smiles and hugs at every house. Let me tell you about Louise. Louise is 93, lives alone, and she lives in the home in Longwood that her husband built 60 years ago. And Louise is a character. She enjoys having the meals, but Louise will be the first one to tell you that she didn't start participating in Meals on Wheels because of the meals. She enjoys having the security of having someone come to her home every day to make sure that she's okay, and she enjoys the company. Unfortunately, Louise had a difficult time recently and became very ill. It was the Meals on Wheels volunteer who was delivering that day who was concerned when Louise didn't answer the door and didn't answer her phone and called for help. Louise was very ill and was immediately taken to the hospital. If it hadn't been for that volunteer, who knows how long Louise might have laid there.
The waiting list for your neighbors in need in Seminole County is on the rise. Meals on Wheels has more than 250 families waiting for help. And that's just for home-delivered meals. In 2004, there were 25 families on that list. Today, the number is 10 times that amount. And a portion of those who are waiting are high risk for malnutrition.
My husband, Louis Brown Sr., and I were on our way to Wednesday night Bible class about 6:30 in the afternoon. Two cars speeding down the road cut us almost off into the road, and next thing we know, we heard gunshots, and he was shot in the head. He's now at home, and he's totally dependent. It's nothing that he can do for himself. I think that everybody should support Meals on Wheels or any program that is a reach out, because you never know when you'll be receiving, on the receiving end. Many years ago when I was younger, I used to deliver for about 4 years to Meals on Wheels. I was a deliverer, but I never thought I would be a receiver.
Who are your neighbors in need? For the most part, they are people who've worked hard all their lives. Their average age is 85. Most Meals on Wheels clients are struggling to get by on less than $600 a month. Often, they're forced to make the tough choice of buying medication or paying rent. While many do have family, tragically, families don't always help. Meet Dolores. Although she has no family, she has pictures of all the families she's gotten to know over the years.
She speaks only Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. And somehow we communicate. We have these conversations that go on forever, and we both understand each other. How? I don't know. A few weeks ago, I went to her house, and there were flowers and everything, and she came in and she said, look at, and she showed me this card. It was her 100th birthday, and she had gotten a letter from Laura Bush, and she had it framed on the wall. She's an adorable person, and she always hugs me, and she's a very religious person, and she always blesses me, which is wonderful. So I always feel a little safer after I leave her because she's blessed me every single week.
Meals on Wheels provides transportation for doctor appointments, shopping, and trips to congregate centers for neighborhood dining, where we serve more than 200 meals every day, Monday through Friday. Seniors who would otherwise be alone all day look forward to spending time together to share a hot lunch, a variety of games, aerobics, field trips, guest speakers, nutrition information on how to stay healthy, and occasionally there's a little music. Louise has a talent for knitting and crocheting, and being legally blind doesn't seem to discourage her in the least. A Meals on Wheels volunteer is helping her to make the most of her skills.
Louise is really good at knitting and crocheting. I saw these nice shawls across the couch, and I was like, Louise, I said, have you ever thought about selling some of these things on the internet? And you could see the light bulb go off on her head. But talking with her, I could tell she was getting more and more interested, and I said, just go ahead and check it out. I go out there and I said, you'll meet other crafters, people that make things just like you do. I said, see what they're selling their stuff for.
Meals on Wheels is even there on Christmas Day.
Hi, we're the Ashton family. We gave up our Christmas morning because we thought it was important that our teenagers realize that not all families have as much as we do. We're not rich, but we have more than most families do, so we wanted to help the other people in the community.
Meals on Wheels proudly provides 2 meals to 230 homes a day. Wholesome, nutritious meals for seniors throughout Seminole County. Food preparation is headed by Executive Chef Delano Lambert-Claire. Chef Delano is a graduate of the Orlando Culinary Academy Le Cordon Bleu program and had served as chef in gourmet French restaurants in New Orleans, as well as at the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin hotels.
What it means to me to be part of this organization is that I can actually use my cooking skills to give back to the community, which is actually more heartfelt, and I can use what I've learned through the many years of working in hotels and restaurants to enhance the food and enhance the product and cut down on costs and make our food costs drop.
Funding from Seminole County covers 8% of the Meals on Wheels budget. The federal government pays about 50% of our costs. We desperately need your help to make up the difference. Meals on Wheels has a catering division called Top Hat Catering, which serves as a profit center by giving money back to help address the waiting list, which is at an all-time high. Top Hat Catering provided the food for a Meals on Wheels fundraiser known as March for Meals. More than 500 Central Floridians came out to support their senior neighbors in need.
I've been with Meals on Wheels and continued doing it since 1991 because it gives me so much. I love seeing the people every day, every week, and talking to them and hearing all their stories, and it just it makes my heart happy.
We still have a social conscience in America. And programs like Meals on Wheels, we are the perfect example of that. You know, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.
We're all part of a community, and it's important that we each contribute and help each other. And Meals on Wheels is an important part of that contribution. So whether by contributing, if you have an hour or two a week that you can spend, or if you can support Meals on Wheels financially, it's such an enormous service to the client.
The number of needy seniors continues to grow, which means we need your help more than ever. Meals on Wheels has been there for seniors since 1973. We truly need your help to keep up the good work, so no senior goes hungry.